Thank you for choosing the lower class. Now we can talk about some real issues rather than how much money Rockefeller has. I'll take you through three eras: the Gilded Age, Progressive Era, and the era that included the Roaring Twenties, the Depression, New Deal, and World War II. The Gilded Age for the lower class was a very dark time. Although 2/3 of the American workers worked for wages in industrial areas, they had very poor working conditions and very low wages. 11 million Americans moved from rural areas to modernized cities in order to work in these factories. During the Depression of 1870 and 1890, millions of workers lost their jobs at certain types of factories and had to work other jobs with even lower wages than they already had. For those who remained as industrial workers, they had to work for as long as 64 hours a week with no benefits such as compensation for injuries or protection against unemployment. This was clearly not easy work because in an average year, 35,000 workers died annually due to work-related injuries. The working class also had to have income from every single family member, including children and women. Think about it. Children and women working in these types of conditions where 35,000 people died annually. Women in the era say that their work and their conditions were comparable to a life of a slave. During the Progressive Era, the working class said they had enough of these horrible conditions, and they took it to the streets to strike on working hours, children labor, and working conditions. These strikes eventually led to acts such as the Keene-Owen Act, which banned children labor, and other acts to limit working hours. We can really see the nation progress during this era, and the working class gained a lot of rights and opportunities that allowed them to better their living. For the Roaring Twenties, we have organized a skit to demonstrate some of the types of behaviors that the lower class and the working class had during the 20s.
Oh man, the government ban on alcohol is really grinding my gears because the government is taking my right to get really drunk. I guess you can say I have the case of the alcoholic blues.
Don't worry guys, I got this from the speakeasy down the street.
Turn up. Yeah, now that I have this type of new freedom and I can buy as many things as I can.
But bro, you're broke.
So, I don't care that I'm in debt as long as I'm free. Cruising down Wall Street on my Model T, buying some liquor. In debt, who cares? I went to Chima's house to get the scoop. Stock market crashed and now we're screwed.
I have to sell all my stuff and now I'm unemployed and homeless.
I was a wealthy business owner and now I'm broke too.
After the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression, President FDR brought his New Deal. The New Deal brought lots of benefits to the lower class. Although the conditions of the lower class were already horrible due to the Great Depression, these new organizations brought some comfort to families who lost everything, including homes, life savings, and jobs. One of these programs was the Social Security program, which is still in effect today in an effort to avoid another Great Depression. Luckily for the United States, World War II happened, and there was need for work once again, ultimately resulting the U.S. out of the Great Depression. The need for work allowed members of the lower class to better their lives and give them hope once again that the American economy would allow them to move up in social class. If you want to see the upper class video, click here. If you want to choose a different type of citizen, click here. Or if you want to end the Choose Your Own Adventure series, click on my face to watch our conclusion.